up to the cities. We got another full load, and I don't think I'm going to be in too much rush hour traffic, but I'm sure we're still going to run into quite a bit. Just about to Lakeville. We'll be coming through Lakeville now, actually. So should be in the cities relatively shortly, and we'll see what traffic's looking like. Last time I was up here this morning, had a couple bad wrecks. People just not being able to figure out how to operate their vehicles on dry pavement. Happens to the best of us. Oh, don't try and race me. Oh, come on, dude, get it on. Go, go. Jesus. I don't have magic brakes. Good God. Oh, fucking dump truck. Come on, box truck. Dude, I need to get... Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry, dude, I'm cutting your ass off. Jesus. What the hell's the matter with people? Like, good gracious. About ripped the front end off that box truck. Holy shit, that was scary. Sorry, I know you guys didn't see any of that in my mirrors, but I don't think that dude was paying attention. He's sitting out in the hammer lane doing like, I don't know, 67, 68. I'm trying to pass him so I can get a dump truck on. That got a little gnarly for a second there. Dump truck, you look good. You got one coming up on you real fast here. That's up to cut the inside. Yeah, he's cutting your inside. Man, traffic may not be as heavy, but they are 10 times crazier right now. Welcome on in, my good friend. Sorry. It got really exciting for like a few seconds there. Welcome to the life of driving a semi. I really got to start watching my language a little bit. I'm not so good at that. Now, all right, let's do a little review on that whole intersection deal back there. So when you're coming onto an on-ramp, you don't technically have the right-of-way. Now, the dump truck was not going to stop. He was speeding up to try and get in front of me, right? Wasn't exactly making that. I had a box truck in the hammer lane, and I mean, when I say like 6 inches from my ass, I'm not kidding. That box truck was literally 6 inches from me. So the decision was, do I force the dump truck to stay where he's at and gamble if he's going to be crazy enough to run into me? Or do I force my way over into the hammer lane and slow the box truck down? Weighing out the options as fast as I could in my head, I decided that the safer alternative was going to be to move to the hammer lane to get the box truck to slow down. He wasn't speeding up, he wasn't slowing down, he was just hanging right with me. Like, if you're going to pass a semi, pass us. You don't want to sit next to me if a tire blows. Promise. It'll send you right to the median, and it is probably the worst experience you'll have on the road. One of the worst. You gonna need this lane, buddy? If you want the, yeah, come on, old driver, you got it.
I'm losing everybody, I guess. That's railroad coming in.
But yes, afternoon, welcome back. I'm running a little bit of a different schedule today. Usually I'm already on my way down to Mason City to grab my next load for tomorrow, but I kind of overslept by like 4 hours today. So now we get to play in the heavy traffic in the cities and being loaded. My heart doesn't race much anymore. I'm fairly used to it, but every now and then I'll still take a chunk out of the seat. You get some people up here with absolute death wishes, and I promise I can't tourniquet a taint. While we're cruising here for a hot second, I'll introduce myself. Hi everyone. I go by the TattedLorax or Lorax. I am a recycling hauler. I pull a, oh shit dude. Jesus. I pull a 3-axle 53-foot trailer. And right now we are loaded and rolling into the cities, but I will flip you guys back around so you can see what I see, and well, join me for the madness, because we're not even in the cities yet. It's already been interesting. Oh, man. Fucking bumpy. But we'll let some Jake brakes roll, and yeah, we'll do what we do. Sorry if it's hard to hear me. This truck's kind of loud, and, well, I'm pretty sure I'm going deaf. Let's see what we see up here. Hello, welcome on in. Thank you for joining in the drive. Driving a semi with people hanging out is a lot more interesting. Well, it's a lot more fun. Alright, how many we got here? Let's see who's going to be ballsy and try and cut me off. There we go. Actually, that went really well. Oh, we got something on the shoulder. Looks like we got a wrecker. Come on. Get over here. Come on. I opened up the door for you, sweetheart. Take it. Sorry for my commentary. This is pretty much me in the raw. I'm not filtering much right now. I got maybe 2-3 brain cells that smack into each other every few minutes to make a thought, so everything that's just rolling out of my mouth is going. There's not much of a filter. Alright, let's let the Jakes roll. Welcome everybody. Oh, thank you very much. I won't be able to respond to comments very quickly or often, so I'll apologize in advance for that. Things get a little narrow up here, and yeah, I gotta make sure I'm keeping my eyes where they need to be, which is basically all over the place. Hey now, keep yourself in that lane, driver, or car. soon enough, when I have a GoPro going and I get it mounted up on top of the trailer, you guys will actually get to see the smoke rolling out of my stacks when I'm rolling through here. Looking forward to that, but I'm kind of like a boomer in a 29-year-old's body. I don't understand YouTube and how it works other than how to do this and kind of make videos, but editing, crap like that, I got nothing. I really don't understand a whole lot about technology. So, gonna be a lot of learning. So far, doing all right, to be honest with you. Just kind of a late start to the day, and well, yeah, late start to the day. Schedule got thrown all off, and I've already been up here once, coming up here twice. I think I'm good to go home after this, but we'll see. I'm fairly certain I'm going to be in rush hour on the way back. Welcome in, Sean. Welcome on in. You're not by chance my other driver, Sean, are you? Because that would be funny. You can do it. This truck is loud. Oh, alright, just checking. I got another driver that comes up here quite a bit with me. Alright, we're gonna jump to hammer lane. Once we get up past 494, I'll jump back into the slow lane. Just gotta watch the on-ramps for people merging. But we'll roll through here pretty good. Traffic's moving pretty good. It's light right now, thank God. Haven't dealt with much for like the protesters or anything up here with that stuff. The most I've had with any of the protesting stuff, I think, was when JD Vance came here. They had security detail on the on and off ramps, and they had everything blocked. I don't know if it was to like stop people from coming onto the interstate to protest. I've kind of stayed away from a lot of it, but you know, inadvertently, I'm probably going to run into something at some point. Wouldn't be my first round dealing with that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The day is running pretty smooth. It's not too shabby. My eyes opened and I had a pulse, so that's kind of a good day for me. I get my job done, I do my work, I go home and I hang out with my kid. That's pretty much life right now for me. It's simplistic, just getting my stuff done. Oh, we're in a 55. Better back my speed down. Don't feel like getting yelled at. Have a good day there, driver. Keep your sunny side up. Once we get up here a little ways, I'm going to jump on over in front of you, if that's alright. Yes, I run a Roger beep. I know, I'm that guy. Alright, so when you're coming up through the Twin Cities northbound, this is where you gotta watch for crap. When people are merging on, this is why I sit out in this lane until we get up past these couple on-ramps, then I'll jump back over to the slow lane. I know, I kind of seem like the dick driver that cars don't like. I apologize. I promise it is a lot easier to go around me than it is for me to speed up. But I'll get out of this lane, sit in the slow lane, and we'll be good to go. We're just gonna keep on rolling through and see what traffic does to us today. I'm not too heavy. I'm only pushing about 71,000 pounds right now, so we're doing pretty good on that. Just gotta watch my distance. And I gotta watch my speed. And thank you. You drive safe as well. Like riding along with me, feel free to subscribe. I do a lot of nighttime videos. I generally start work at 1:30 in the morning, and I don't know, night rides are something else. I got people that'll jump on and they'll jump on just to watch and sleep, or they'll just to listen to my truck and sleep. And generally in the mornings I'm fairly quiet. I just go down the road and let the truck do what it does. Once I get a little more set up here for my GoPro stuff, I'll actually start doing videos on my unloading process, hooking up trailers. On the weekends in the summer, I'm a CDL instructor, and I'm also a part-time EMT. I do quite a few different things, but overall I enjoy driving. I've been doing this off and on for about 8 years. At least it's not rush hour. That'll be on the way out, but I'll be empty, so I'll be a lot happier. Ooh, say it's got its nice times. You know, driving in the mornings or when I'm doing like my back roads, it's nice. I can just cruise, hang out, listen to music. When it's dark out, I'll black my cab out and just run a red light inside my cab, and it's nice. This stuff, I don't know, I kind of enjoy driving in traffic. It breaks up the monotony. Alright, here we go. Downtown split, that's when the traffic will start backing up. So I sit in the slow lane, because if you're out in that left lane, people will generally try to race around you. They see a semi and they're like, oh yeah, he's got a gap in front of him. Yeah, that's not for merging. Just want to be clear. That gap is so I don't rear end somebody, you know, with my semi. I promise it won't look good. I've been to a few of those wrecks as an EMT. It's not really pretty. And the last thing I want to do is be the driver in the semi of a wreck like that. That's a lot of paperwork. I think I'm rapture ready. To be honest, I couldn't tell you. Maybe. I'm sure I'm going to be driving a semi up there too, don't worry. That'll never get old to me. Hearing my pipes sing the song of my people will never get old to me in this semi. Alright, let's see who's going to cut me off and who's going to go behind me. Hard bump. Alright, got a dually back there. He's going to get behind me. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Alright. Oh, shit. Hey, buddy. What the fuck? Woo! Jesus. Alright, somebody made a last second decision. Good God. That's the crap I'm talking about up here. This one's gonna cut me off. Maybe. Oh, no? Alright. Oh, there went all my speed. Jesus, gravity. Oh, well, thank God I wore a diaper today. I think I just pissed myself. Jesus. Route 6. Oh, nice. Been a long time since I've been down that way. I never even got to run the old 66. Hell yeah. Well, I hope you're being safe out there, man. The crazies are running in absolute force today. I took a chunk out of my seat about 5 minutes ago. Oh shit, never gets old. You too, good sir. You too. Keep your sunny side up, driver. Be safe out there. Getting off the main drag. Gonna be going to my facility, and well, we're gonna see how long I'm sitting. Well, welcome on in, and tell your old man drive safe and keep her sunny side up out there. The windy bit. Oh yeah. God, the last time I went through New York, ooh, I had a load of lumber coming out of Maine and I was dropping down to New Jersey. That was wild. Let me tell you, I did not enjoy playing in this traffic way out there. Oh, let's hope I can get in and out right away today. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got to check your brakes. I've got a 53-foot 3-axle trailer on me right now. I'm not super heavy. I'm only 71,000, but Jesus. My empty weight for my setup, with a day cab, mind you, is sitting at about 43 to 46,000, depending on what trailer I'm pulling. So I mean, you figure that I'm only got about 30,000 pounds of weight sitting in the trailer coming through here, but it's recycling, so it shifts. That's why I have the third axle, is because I never know if I'm going to be heavy on my drives or if I'm going to be heavy on the trailer. Oh, 1 second. Didn't turn my jakes off. I know better than that. But hello everybody, I go by the Lorax. I am a recycling hauler here in Minnesota. I pull out of northern Iowa, and I pull out of Albert Lea, Minnesota. I essentially empty all the recycling for those two places. The trash haulers, recycling haulers, they go out, they get it, they bring it to a transfer station, and what they do is they dump it, and the compactor pushes it into my trailer, which, if I get a chance when I get up here, I'll show you what I'm pulling, show you what I'm driving. You've probably heard my truck a couple times. I am driving a 2016 Freightliner Coronado with a 13-speed. My shifter was taller, but on my first round through here, I had somebody cut me off, and when I say cut me off, I mean I thought I was going to be chewing on the steering wheel, and I broke my shifter right off. So I had to put my old one back on for the meantime, because, yeah, wasn't happy about this. I hand carved this one at home. I know, funny enough, I go by the Lorax, but this is made out of wood. There's a story behind it, I promise. That tree was a dick, so I cut him down and turned him into a shifter. But, alright, we might have time. I'll take you guys out here real quick. We'll go get my axle lifted up. It's just a lot easier to maneuver when my axle is lifted. Oh boy. Alright. So we'll go back here and we'll get my axle popped up. Oh, that's a new noise. I don't like new noises. So, all right, I got a latch on this one. Cool, cool. So I can undo that. So here's what I'm pulling. 53 foot, 3-axle, solid aluminum trailer. And it looks like we're pulling forward. Jump back in the truck here. Sorry for the little adventure there. Looks like I'm gonna be sitting in line up here for probably a couple hours. No big deal. Yeah, New York traffic. I don't know, man. I played around in a lot of different areas, but New York was a very new area for me. But when I used to run that way, I pulled a flatbed and step deck, and I was generally oversized because I would go to Canada, and then so I would go to Canada, usually northern Quebec, New Brunswick. I would deliver my oversized load, drop back down into Maine. Generally it was like Moose River, Maine, which I know Maine and like having a town named Moose River, it was a very fitting name for the town. I absolutely enjoyed it. But I would get a load of lumber, and then generally I would take that down to New Jersey, shoot across Pennsylvania, go to Pittsburgh, pick up a load of steel, and then I'd bring that back. I had a lot of very interesting loads when I was over the road. A lot of things I never thought you could strap down to a trailer, but boy, you could strap it down to a trailer. It was something else. But I wound up having a kid. I had a little girl and tried to make a career change, found out that you can't make a lot of money as an EMT. So back to the semi I came, and I had to find a day cab job so I could be home every night. But I still spend more time in this truck than I do in my own house, I can tell you that. That's why I have a fridge in here. Alright. We're gonna pull up on the scale. I'll flip you guys around for that. So here is the recycling facility that I deliver to 2 times, 3 times a day, roughly. Right now it looks like a madhouse. So I got 4 trucks ahead of me currently, which means I'm gonna be up here for a little bit. But that's alright. Alright, 1 second guys, I just gotta check in with the scale. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. I just had to check in with the scale. Yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day, and unfortunately I just ran out of pop too. So now I'm down to Monster and water. Life of a truck driver. But if anybody has questions, feel free to ask. A little bit about me. If you've heard it before, I apologize if you're kind of just jumping in. So during the summers, I am a CDL instructor on the weekends. That's kind of a passion of mine. And I am also an EMT. I'm still kind of in the process of getting on with the volunteer department, but I want to maintain my EMT licensure. And, you know, that's another job I really did enjoy, and I would have made it a career if I, could have afforded childcare, but trying to afford childcare on a $20 an hour wage, yeah, that didn't really work out, so I had to go back to driving semi. 1 second, we're gonna get backed in here. Holy crap, welcome from Brazil. I bet it's a lot better out there weather-wise. Lord. I'm just happy it's above 0 degrees here. It's been freezing all week. We're in the Twin Cities in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where all the fun protesting and riots are going on. But good news is I really don't run across a lot of that. At least I haven't yet. Oh, where am I at here? No, that wasn't me. Okay, cool. Let's get pulled up. Okay, we are in line. We're in line and we're hanging out, and here I sit for give or take 2 or 3 hours. It's probably how long I'm gonna wind up being here. But that's all right. I'm going home after this, so at least I can look forward to that. We are hauling recycling. Cardboard bottles, glass, sometimes metal. Got some recycling today to get dumped off. I pull what's called a walking floor trailer. If you've never heard of that, a walking floor trailer, essentially the bottom of the floor literally just walks back and forth when I hook my hydraulics up to it, and it just walks the recycling off the back. Relatively interesting. YouTube's trying to bring me down. Yeah, unfortunately, I hate to say it, I don't know much about YouTube. I don't know how a lot of this works, to be honest. I just kind of jump on here and do whatever and learn as I go. So, I mean, YouTube probably... I said that anyone with less than 1,000. Oh, really? Huh. Yeah, I've never, I guess I didn't know that. That's the crap I'm still trying to learn. Like, I don't know anything about technology. I hate to say it, but seriously, if I could age myself, I'm like 55, 60 in a 29-year-old's body. I mean, I have to have my wife do a lot of my technology crap. This is about what I know. I know how to slam gears, and that's really about it. I can slam gears and start an IV in somebody. It's outside of that. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how to work a GoPro. I haven't had one since like the Hero 3. Did you know you have to get a special SD card with that shit now? The hell is even that? Like, I'm like, what? I put one in and it's like, yeah, you need a special SD card. I'm like, when did they do that shit? Like, I didn't know they changed that up. Oh god, Northern PA and the ooh. I bet that's a fun time, man. The last time I was in Northern PA, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it on the flatbeds, but I hauled like raw rock that was jagged and it was pointed up, and they essentially just built a little wooden frame around it and then wrapped it in bale wire, but like it was steel wire. And coming up get to that facility, I had to get up this like 10% grade, really, really small, like narrow ass 2-lane roads through this neighborhood. No, I called my dispatcher. I said, don't ever send me back here. Like, I said, I don't know what they're paying you, but I'll pay you more not to send me back to that shit. It's like, no. I can only take so many chunks out of my seat before I have no more cushion, you know? And I'm pretty sure that day I ate my seat. Like, that shit was gone by the time I was done. I've done way too much playing around in Pennsylvania that I'm not going back, man. Way too many roads you can get off. You can get off on following a GPS and be like, you know, something tells me I'm not supposed to be here. Oh boy, sandhoppers and water transport. My introduction to driving semi was in southern Wisconsin, pulling milk. I probably drove for a good year before I knew what a logbook was. Not even lying. Just didn't know what a logbook was. Didn't know how weights worked. All my boss taught me was the routes I needed to take. And then I found out why. You got around scales. That was my introduction to driving semi. After that, I went to pulling hazmat in a tanker. And that's when I really started figuring out, oh, you're not supposed to go around scales. Oh, if you're sitting at 72 PSI on your suspension gauge, you're probably overweight. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Thank God. Like, I'm really glad I watch it nowadays, because good Lord. I still don't have a logbook. I'm known as a local driver, so I essentially operate within a 150-mile radius, where tracking my hours is basically I track when I start and when I end, but I don't have like an electronic log. Like, here, I'll show you. So, yeah, I don't run an electronic logbook in here. I basically just track my hours through an app with work, and that's how we kind of operate. It's kind of good, kind of not, because then it's a little more, you know, back and forth with dispatchers if things are getting close on hours, and you're like, yeah, no, I don't want to run that. And yes, I go by the Lorax. I promise my wife hates this. I told her, sorry, people like it. And honestly, the only thing I shave is my head. And that's just because it's a lot easier for showers. And my kid, for some reason, enjoys smacking the shit out of my head. She thinks it's great. Unless you drive out 60+ mile radius. That might have been at one point, to be honest, but from my understanding now, we operate within a 150-mile radius. Yeah, it's got to be within a 150-mile radius is how it operates. It gets a little complicated when you start running over the border. Like, so when I cross into Iowa, from what I've looked up, and I mean, from being an instructor, I have a full-on teacher manual at home that I check, and I've gone through it with the whole crossing the border thing, and so far, yeah, you can operate with the 150-mile radius. No, I wish I was snow plowing, though. That'd be great. I actually would really enjoy that. No, I pull recycling. I am a recycling hauler. I essentially run all the recycling for 2 different towns or cities here in Minnesota. You wouldn't believe how much recycling comes up here. I mean, they probably get like 2 to 3 million pounds of recycling here in the cities. It's wild. And that's just from the semis. All the small trucks that come in here, I mean, those guys weigh in 45 to 50,000 pounds. don't shut down or transmit direct. Hey, there you go. There you go. Oh yeah. Yeah, someone's got to do it, you know. Keeps me busy and gives me plenty of hours. That's kind of why I took this over. Nope, I'm paid by the hour, which is great because sometimes I get stuck in the cities and I could be sitting here for a hot second, but yeah, I get paid by the hour. So from the minute I get into my truck to the minute I'm out of my truck and I park in my driveway, I clock my hours. Welcome from Idaho. It's been such a while since I've gotten to run all these different places. I used to go out to Washington, Oregon, Idaho, play around out in the mountains, and oh, I miss it. I do miss it, but it's good that, you know, I'm home every night. I'm pretty sure my wife would skin me alive if she knew how to work a blade that well. Getting paid by the load, you know, when I did that, I got paid by the load when I was a fuel hauler, and I didn't mind it. You made some pretty good money doing fuel hauling. Yeah, oh, I think I saw we had one from the Philippines in here too, which, welcome on in, man. Wow, I would love to travel out there. I've never really gotten to experience much outside of going to Mexico. That's pretty much about as far as I've gone, traveling wise. Well, that in Canada, but you know, I was always in a semi up there. Definitely felt like a vacation. Spent a lot of time up there. Yeah, when you get paid by the load or the mile, when you're sitting, you know, to an extent, I kind of disagree with it with some companies, because it's like, depending on the commodity you pull, they make absolute bank when you're sitting there, you know? You pull in, you park. I mean, when I was over the road, it wasn't so bad, because a lot of the times it was like, oh, you know, I'm getting there, I'm parking for the night, and it was good, right? I would get there, I'd park, end of it, I'd, you know, do everything I do, go to bed, whatever. But getting paid by the hour has definitely been a lot better. There's only one place I ran where I was over the road and I got paid by the hour. We are pulling recycling, so I'll give you a little view here. So here's what I'm kind of looking at right now. So over here is where open tops come in. So guys who are pulling trailers with an open top, they back in, they get all the aluminum, metal, and the loaders dump it into theirs, and that's after it goes through the building, the processing plant. Then we get, oh, here we go. Then we get dry vans that come in. They go to the other side of the building, and they get loaded up with boxed up cardboard, or, you know, pallet cardboard and stuff like that. And then they'll take it wherever else where it's going to be reused. But I come in with the raw bulk material that gets put through the building. Walter White from Breaking Bad. You know, you're not the first to say that. You're not the first person to ever say that to me, I promise. Ever since I started shaving my head, I either get the Lorax or Walter White. Yeah, there's a few other that I get called, but yeah, they don't bother me much. Oh, garbage truck leaving. So yeah, I basically come up here and I come up here twice a day, play in traffic. I try to do a few videos. It's nice to have people on a live stream when I'm going through the cities, because say somebody does brake check me and they try to say I'm at fault, it's like, you know, when you get a few people watching and it's like, you're all my witnesses now. I wish I could cook meth. I'd probably be doing better on money, I can tell you that. Push the pull. Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah, I don't do anything on that side. Like crude oil, stuff like that. Oh boy. I might not be able to read this. I'm gonna apologize. Oh shit. That's definitely not Spanish. That is not Spanish. I know a little bit of French, but that ain't French either. But welcome in. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I try to be the best looking thumb I can possibly be out here. Oh yeah, I bet you guys have a lot of fun with that for oil. I know that market jumps around quite a bit too. So I can imagine that's fun. Yeah. Oh god, what? Now I'm thinking about it. What did my buddies call me when I started shaving my head? It wasn't the Lorax either. They had a name. Oh, you know what? I probably can't say it on here. Oh, it's Mongolian. Oh wow. You know, if I had more brain cells smacking into each other, I probably would be able to learn more of another language. But at this point in time, I'm pretty much limited to swearing in Spanish and knowing English. That's about it. I don't think I've ever seen that. Landman? Is that on Netflix by chance? I'd be curious to learn some shows. You know, Ice Road Truckers, I'll throw this out there. So I used to go up there, not where it was filmed, but over on the Quebec side. I used to play a lot on the ice roads, and I was coming back through New York when my truck went into a D-rate mode. I had to park at a Kenworth, and I wound up sitting with a guy that used to run on the show. And yeah, it was good shit, but he was like, I gotta tell you, we break a lot of shit for the show. I'm like, yeah, I've seen the way you guys handle the bumps and stuff. I gotta tell you, I went a lot slower and I had nothing break in my truck. I did not like the ice though. I hated driving on ice. I didn't like the ice. I didn't like having to back my oversized load onto a ferry. I didn't like trying to have to read my permits because they were in French and I could barely make the route out, but I did it enough to where I could get through there. Actually, Toronto was the first place I discovered a unisex bathroom. That was scary. I'm glad I was in there at like 5 in the morning. Nobody else was in there. Yeah, I'll try to be safe out here. You as well. You as well. Try to be safe. Try to be safe on the roads. They've been wild here in Minnesota. I've seen way too many wrecks so far, way too many fatalities on the interstates out here. Don't get me wrong, I have a way to test the ice, but I don't recommend anybody do it. Generally, if I can't tell if it's icy or if it's wind, I'll kind of drop a gear, go a little slower, push my throttle down to my turbo spools, and as soon as I feel my wheels kick, then I'll know if I'm on ice or not. If my wheels don't kick, I let it roll. This cool snap can stop. Yo, yeah, no, this cold, yeah. This cold snap's not been fun. My truck's been gelling up a lot lately. I've actually had to start running a 50-50 blend with number one because the Quick Trips here, their 70-30 blend has not been good for my truck. I already had to change my fuel filter. I put kerosene in my tanks yesterday to get them to dilute. That sucked. So it's not been a fun winter. and I can't just let my truck idle all the time. I did over the weekend when we got down to like negative 50. And oh god, what was I at? I burnt 72 gallons in like 72 hours, letting my truck high idle. It sucked. Where's my water? Sorry, going to my fridge. Shit. But I'm happy you guys are all in here. If you like this, you like the crap I do, and you want to join on some night rides, or when I'm bobtailing, going to get a trailer, jump on in. I enjoy getting to talk to people when I can. Keeps me awake. Having a toddler at home, I don't really sleep a lot. I mean, last night for a good 30 minutes, she wanted to see what my mustache was and yanked it in about every direction you could think. She's definitely my kid. I can say that. Little shit. If any of you guys out there ever talk on Skip on the CB or the radio, let me see here. Let's flip this around. Let's go channel 22. If you guys are ever, oh, you can't really even see that. If you guys ever are playing around on Skip, this is the channel I'm going to try to sit on. 27.67, it should be 675. I don't play around on that too much because I hear a lot of people from all over the country. Yeah. It's southern Minnesota. We've been right around 0 so far. I think today is going to get to a high of 7, and I want to say tonight's probably going to sit around 0 again, maybe go negative. It's too damn cold. The truck doesn't like it. I don't like it. But, you know, recycling doesn't stop. Ever. But yeah, here's my setup. I'll give you guys a little tour. My fridge. My wife doesn't allow me to make purchases anymore because I don't read descriptions on things when I buy them. So here's my 48 quart fridge. When this thing showed up and she looked at me, she wasn't happy, to say the least. But yeah, I got a fridge in here, all my tools. Yeah, I'm a very simplistic man. I don't read through descriptions. I just, thank you. Yeah, I'm in my truck more than I'm at home, so I wound up having to get a fridge because sometimes I wind up sitting for a while, and well, I kind of screwed myself because I don't have any snacks. But yeah, the fridge is big. I kind of screwed up when I bought it. I should have got a smaller fridge, to be honest. I had to ratchet strap it into place. Well, I'll show you what it did. So, there used to be a piece of plastic here. There used to be. There no longer is. Found out if you hit your brakes hard enough with a fridge that moves, it'll take plastic off things that it shouldn't. So I am a recycling hauler. I essentially move bulk recycling to a processing plant here in the cities from northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. And that's what I do Monday through Friday. Usually I'm working 12 to 16 hours a day, depending on what I got going, and averaging about 60 to 70 hours a week. Yeah, you as well. Be safe out there. Keep the rig upright, right? Oh, it is nice letting some of the air get in here though, because this truck gets warm and I'm in layers. I am layered up. Tell you though, I do have a whole new appreciation for the cold weather when I have to use a porta potty. It takes a while for things to warm back up. I'm sure that's going to give me PTSD. Sitting down on a cold ass seat in those porta potties. Actually, I'll show you the porta potties from here. You can kind of make them out. Yep. Beautiful, cold ass porta potties. Ugh, get chills looking at them. Otherwise, everybody, subscribe, jump on, join me for more adventures through the cities. I'm gonna grab my pillow and I'm gonna try to take about a 30-minute nap. I should be able to get away with that after we move forward again in line. You all have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there no matter what you're doing. If you're out there driving truck, keep that thing going. And try to keep those four-wheelers out of your front end. I know it's very tempting. I know it's very tempting, but do your best. Do your best to just be safe out there. Watch out for the ice. Not the people. Not good God. Now I can't even say that. Watch out for bad road conditions. There we go. That's better. That's a lot better. But you all have a safe day. I'm gonna take a nap and then probably do a little cleaning in my truck because right now it's filthy. Thank you everybody for joining me on this adventure, and we'll see if I can't get away with another one yet today.